welcome to day 8.
Day 8
of the Future Focus Challenge. I am so excited. Are you excited?
I am so excited. And just in case they don't know who we are, because we're two strange ladies talking to you right now, I'm Cherie.
And I'm Keshell.
And we are serving you for this now is week 2 of our 2-week challenge.
And today's topic, right? Today's topic has to do with getting clear. Clarity, y'all. Clarity. So let's set the context. So what you've done in the last several days was an element of clarity where you wrote down the 5 life areas which you wanted to see in your future for the 5 life areas. However, that is just the beginning. That is just the beginning.
Absolutely.
Right? So we are going to talk about other elements, other actions and steps that you can take to get even more clear about what it is that you want for your life areas, for your future. And so we talk about the 3 parts of clarity. You want to talk about that?
Well, before we go to that, I want to tell you, if this is your first time seeing us, I implore you, we've got a whole week worth of yummy goodness for you to sink your teeth into. We are doing this by design with you in mind. And so we ask you, go back to week 1 and go from the beginning and watch all of those 5 areas that Keshell talked about. Do the work. And then what we're talking about today would make so much more sense to you. All right? Because we know that there are new people joining us this week and we don't want you to feel left behind. So that's the best way to engage with us moving forward. Yeah. Now, you talked about the 3 areas of clarity. Yep. You see it, you say it, and you write it down. Let me say that one more time. You see it, you say it, and you write it down. So break that down for them. How does that help you get clear on your goals, Keshell?
So you've written down some of the elements already in the previous days of the challenge. The element of seeing it takes the words that you've written and makes it visual, right? So it's, we talk about the dream board. To me, the number 1 clarity tool is your dream board. Now, we won't have you doing a dream board just yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But it will come.
But it's a big part of the clarity piece because we're visual beings.
Yes.
Right? The say it part of it takes what you've written and allows you to verbalize it. There's life and death in the power of the what?
Tongue. That's right.
So saying it with confidence and conviction makes it real, or it's the first step to clarity as well. But before we can do see it, before we can do it to say it, we want to tighten up the write it down piece. Okay? So here is what we want your challenge to be about today. We want to ask you to determine what that one area that you want to focus on for the next 6 to 12 months, right? So we asked in the previous video, now that you have an appreciation of all of the areas that you want to create a future in, what is that domino? And I'm using that word, my dear friend and coach Laura Huston, I have to give her credit. That's where I first heard it from. What is that big domino, that one area that has the strongest desire for you? And so we talked about mine being health and wellness this past year. Body and wellness,
yes,
all of that stuff.
And I happenstance got into body and wellness because livelihood is what I thought it was, and that speaks to the fact that as you go on the journey and you're making it clear that shift can happen, right?
So you decide what is that one area that you want to focus on. Not that you will neglect the other areas, but the one that you will do this particular challenge with. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is now we want to take the work that you began to do in that life area last week and tighten it up. What do I mean by that? We want to write your ultimate vision in the present tense.
What do you mean by the present tense.
Yeah.
You're telling me write a vision, and then you're telling me
Yeah.
write it in the present tense. You know, Keishel, clear up that muddy water for me. Let them know.
I love this. I love these three words, and I say it all the time, and that's act as if. In Bohemian terms, we say what? Fake it till you make it.
That's right.
What else do we say? What are the terms? They're the two terms.
Yeah, I think,
and
yeah.
Act as if.
Yes.
Right? And act as if the vision, the future that you see for yourself is already happening. It's here
You're
now.
living that now.
Right?
Yes.
And so you want to write out your future vision in the present tense.
Ah.
You ready for an example?
Yeah. I think it's good for them to get an example of what that looks like.
So I'm going to share as usual. I'm the guinea pig, y'all. So this time I'll share my livelihood and lifestyle. And it's so ironic, Cherie. I did this activity 5-6 years ago. So I wrote down the same work that you're doing now. I've been doing this, and I first did it about 5-6 years ago. And I wrote down exactly what you're going to do in all of the life areas. So while we're saying choose one, the one that you want to focus on and start with, at any point you can, continue on with the entire life area. I'll write down what I wrote down 5 years ago, and every time I read it,
I'm sure you smile,
I'm like,
right?
Whoa. So I'll read it.
Let's go. I can't wait.
Like my business.
I love it. Look, it's not liking your business. It's showing them that it works, right?
Okay.
That's what we're going with.
Okay. So I'll read it as is.
Okay.
I make $10,000 or more a month in income with ease. I confidently quote my prices and give so much value that my clients accept my fees and know that it's worth it. I have a wealth and prosperity anointing. All of my bills are paid on time and in full each and every month.
There you go.
I have $20,000 or more in savings and an investment account. I am a generous giver and a philanthropist. I am a gifted giver and I am an excellent receiver. I am an excellent money manager and use the money jar system effortlessly and consistently. I always pay myself first. I work because I want to, not because I have to. One of my favorite lines, by the way. I get rich doing what I love. My clients return to me over and over again. I enjoy the best of everything with ease. I am debt-free. I owe nobody but to love them. I consciously look at my finances every month. I work 8 to 12 hours each month. I have a leading firm. I absolutely love what I do and work and serve with passion. I take fast action on important tasks and activities. I finish what I start and always close open loops. And I can go on. So let me skip down a little bit. You ask any questions because listen, this is just the beginning, y'all.
I gotta take a moment right here for you and just let you know. 5 years ago, Keishel used the words I am. She didn't say I will. She didn't say I intend to. She spoke it as if. And that's what we want to drive home for you today. We want you to write out your vision as if you are living it now.
Yeah, and again, I'm listening and reading because I haven't read this in a while.
I'm listening to it and I'm like, no lies told, no lies told, no lies told.
I'm being very transparent here because again, it goes into being known as the best in my industry and having the best clients and students and surrounding myself with abundant environments and all of those things. And so it's amazing what you write down as if it happens. And I'll share a quick story.
Okay.
So it was 2008. So I've shared this story, little pieces of it, during our morning mindsets and during some of the challenges. And it was 2008 when I left my good government job, right? My good government job. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard the sarcasm in my voice? I loved my job, by the way, but it wasn't fulfilling, and it was paying very well. But that was 2008. Now, December of 2007, I had this gold card. So gold card is like the size of a business card or a credit card. And I wrote down, this is the same practice that we're doing now, just in a shorter, more specific way. And I wrote down that, and it was December, because around the same time, December, when I was trying to define what the next year would be. And I wrote down that I am so happy and blessed that I've left my good job in April of 2008 and making, I think it was $10,000 a month at the time. Okay, I wrote that down in 2007, the end of 2007. And I placed it in my wallet, left it there, forgot about it until later in the year. But when I realized, you clean up your wallet and all of that stuff, right? You know where I'm going, right? This is a true story. I looked at that card. By that time, it was maybe the fall of 2008, right? Because I didn't look at it after that. And I looked at that card, and it said I would have left my job in April of 2008. When did I leave my job, Cherie?
Was it April?
It was April
2008.
And here's the thing. I did not plan that.
Wow.
I did not plan it, y'all. I did not plan it. I literally just picked April, because April is my daughter's birthday. And so I love April. I literally said, you know what, April, I'm going to leave my job. And there's a saying that my friend, we know Nadine, right? She says, and there's a saying, she says it a lot, but it's a common saying that, once you make a decision, the universe conspires to help you. And I can't tell you how it happened for me to go from writing that down in very clear terms, not I will leave my job. I have left my job.
Exactly.
I'm so happy and blessed that I've left my job.
And I am now doing X, Y, Z.
And I can't tell you from the time I wrote that down and placed that in my wallet to the time I left that job, how it happened. I really can't tell you.
Wow.
And it wasn't intentional. I mean, I wrote it down, but it wasn't, okay, I'm going to leave and now I'm going to do the steps.
Right.
But that's how it works.
Wow. And you know what? It worked for Keshell, and it can work for you. She was an intentional. She chose to write down her statement of actualization. And so you can do it too. So I think we should give them the mission.
I think so. Y'all ready for the mission? So your mission, should you choose to accept,
and you better accept,
is to take 5 to 15 minutes to write out your vision for the next 6 to 12 months in crystal clear present tense. Act as if terms.
Yes.
Okay. There shall be no I will in this document. There shall be no I want.
Or I intend to.
Or I intend to. It's either present tense or maybe even past tense, meaning that's already done.
You bypass that.
Okay?
Yep.
And you're celebrating the fact that it's already done. So you're taking one of those life areas that you began to brainstorm in the previous week and write it out as a paragraph, right? Write it out as a paragraph. And that is your mission for today. Share it in the group. We will definitely follow you and make sure that you maintain the mission that you, I hope you've accepted.
You better. I'm hello. Okay. Well, that is a mammoth task for you to do today. And like Keshell said, last week we did the external, and this week it's we're doing the internal. So this is going to feel different. This is going to feel raw and it's going to go deep. But we know that you are ready and you're future focused. And so we're going to release you right now so that you can go and do the work.
And I want to say, I know we got to let you go to do the work, but you have the preliminary work already. You've done that work. So you're not creating anything. You're going back to what you wrote last week and just tightening it up.
Yes.
Right? So and of course, if you're inspired, you can add more, but don't think that you have to recreate. So 5 to 15 minutes, write what you have, and then post it in the group.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for day 8. We're so excited. This is 8 is new beginnings, right? New beginnings. So write your new beginnings and let's make it clear. So thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.